Welcome back to Working with ALS and Using Voice Access. Today we're going to work with web pages, in particular just navigating around them. Hopefully you will find this experience somewhat fun and enabling to use your voice only to work inside web pages. My name is Steve Hughes. I've been dealing with ALS for a couple of years now, and this is a series of blog posts about the tools I use in order to keep me working. So in this case, we're basically going to jump pretty quickly into the demo and have a little bit of fun working around web pages and see what happens. So here goes. As you can see here, I currently have an Edge browser open and I'm using voice access already as it shows at the top, and you can see it typing across. Let's start with some basic navigation techniques. Once you've made it to the page that you want, it's important to make sure that you are on focus for that page in order to navigate it. I typically find myself using a grid to do that. Show grid. Click 7. All I've done here is make sure that my focus is on the page I'm planning to navigate. If you have multiple applications open, this will bring it to the front. There are other ways to navigate back and forth between the applications, but at least this way, I know for sure that I'm in a good spot and I'm not clicking something unintentional. So there are two ways to navigate up and down a page: scrolling and paging. Scrolling moves down a little bit, or it can be continuous. So let's give it a shot. Scroll down. Scroll down. As you can see, scrolling moves it down just a little bit at a time. I typically find myself using page down more in order to navigate quicker down the page, but this could be a preference for however you choose to do it. Page down. Page down. All right, now from a previous video or a different video talking about numbers, let's look at the numbers on here and use it to navigate to some of the other links in the page. For example, show numbers. Here I can find and navigate to anything I want to in this page in the menu bar or otherwise. Now, if it gets overwhelming to you, you can also hide numbers. Hide numbers. Show numbers here. It did not pick up the complete command. Let's try again. Hide numbers. Show numbers here. That limits it to a few of the areas just right here. So anyways, moving forward, if I want to click into another blog post, for example, say working with ALS for ALS Awareness Month, I just need to say click on the number that I'm looking for. In this case, the number is 37, so here we go. Click 37. Now I'm into the page that I wanted to be in. So if I want to read this page, I might start with a few page down commands. Page down. Page down. Page down. All right. So now you can see that we've done some basic things. Now, I want to go to a new tab. So let's do that. Click New Tab. We've now opened a new tab in my browser, and we're able to do things like search, or we can click on something within the page. So we can try a couple different ways. First of all, let me get rid of that search. Select all, delete that. Click Sports. As you can see, every place where sports is mentioned on the page, you have the opportunity to click. So in this case, we're going to choose the primary sports menu, which is number 4, as you see there. Click 4. Click 4. All right. Now we've made it to the sports page. But maybe I would rather go back. Go back. I really did want to be there. Go forward. Go forward. So you can see there that we are able to navigate back and forth along the normal browser routine that we might do. Within any page, you can either show numbers, click any clickable point, hide numbers, show grid, and if you want to just navigate into different places in the grid, if you find that easier to use in this scenario, that works as well. So I have multiple tabs open. How do I go about getting between them? It's actually not that straightforward. Hide grid. Hide grid. If you know what the name of your tab is, you can just say to click it. So in my case, I know that Data on Wheels is the name of the tab that I may want to go back to. So I can just say, click Data. Because it knows that Data on Wheels is the header for my tab, it was able to go back here. What about the other ones that aren't as straightforward? Well, I found this shortcut works for me. It may work for you, it may not. But if you just do grid 444. And now you can see that it's expanded all my tabs so I can see what they are. More importantly, because my mouse is now on the list of tabs, when I hide the grid, it will keep the tab list open. If you run tabs across the top, typically you might be able to see them unless you have a lot of tabs open. Hide grid. Hide grid. It is very important to enunciate when working with this tool at times. Show numbers. Click 36. So now I switch to the first of the 2 sports tabs that I had. So this just is a really quick nav around a web page using voice access. I hope you found this enjoyable. If you have questions, just post them below. Otherwise, like us, share, talk about us. Hopefully you can use this resource and help others with it as well. Have a great day.